Referrals are an extremely important part of every real estate agent's business and can probably equate to about 20 to 30% of your total GCI if you think about referrals and plan for them and have a strategy around them rather than just letting them come to you haphazardly. I mean, referrals, if you think about it, are the most cost-effective and actually the most solid lead you can have because somebody is literally recommending you, which gives you a real edge in that situation. Because a referred client has trust already baked in before you even meet them, because the person that they know and like is actually referring you. So that's key and critical. Here's the deal. A happy client is not just one sale, but should be as many as 3 to 10 because they were so happy with you, they want to refer you to all their friends. So one of the keys is to think of referrals and to have a strategy around it. Make referrals a real part of your business. You see, too many agents hope for referrals instead of designing a plan to get them. Include referrals as part of your business model. So when you do your yearly planning, which we're coming up on because October, November is almost here, we all recommend that you start thinking about 2026. Ask yourself the following question. How can I make referrals a bigger part of my business? What do I need to do to get more referrals from past clients, friends, my sphere of influence? I mean, think of it like, how can I build a referral pipeline just as another pipeline for success? How can I get more referrals flowing into my business? This is something you should really contemplate. Well, one thing, you should be thinking with all of your past clients, friends, business associates. I mean, like one of the key areas of referrals would be from your accountant, from your attorney, from your doctors, from your therapist, from your trainers, from your hairstylist, from all these different people that you spend money with. There's no reason they shouldn't reciprocate and send you some business as well. The best way to get referrals is to deliver unbelievable service, to create a client experience that just goes above and beyond. When somebody is really happy with you after their real estate transaction, they're going to go out of their way to find people to work with you, especially if you let them know you're open to referrals. And don't be afraid to ask for them, because when you do, they're going to think it's their friend that's thinking of buying or thinking of selling. But if you don't ask them, they may not think of it. So make sure that you always let them know that you always have room for more business. One thing about delivering excellent service and being an agent that goes above and beyond and creates an experience that no one's ever going to forget is to underpromise and overdeliver. You see, that always makes people feel great. If you overpromise and underdeliver, that is a recipe for failure. So we always underpromise and overdeliver and surprise them with things that they wouldn't expect. Surprise them with, post-closing gifts and a nice dinner. Surprise them with doing things they wouldn't expect you to normally do in a real estate transaction. When you do those things that are just kind of above and beyond and just are always available and ready and able to help them no matter what, and to just know your business better than anybody else and to be able to look around corners and save them from grief and worry and anxiety and all those things, those are the ways you're going to really earn those referrals. Make the transactions smooth, when they are difficult. Explain why and that it was unavoidable, but here's how you're going to solve it, and these kind of things pop up, you know what I mean? Set the table, set expectations, let them know what to expect, because you've been around this before. You've gone down this road. You know all the pitfalls. You know all the roadblocks. You know all the red lights. You know everything. So make sure that you kind of let your clients know too, so that they are comfortable through the process. When you create a great shareable experience, they're going to go to their friends and say, oh my gosh, my agent did this and this and this and this, and wow, is that a great transaction. The other thing for referrals is stay top of mind. Make sure that you're reaching out, calling your clients regularly, keep e-blasting, send out newsletters, share wonderful experiences you've had with clients, get testimonials, have your clients, talk about like what they liked during the transaction and why they liked working with you. Make sure you put those on your Google page, make sure you put them on your website, make sure you post those testimonials everywhere. It's kind of like a 5-star review. You want that. You want that because when you go to think about having surgery or something, don't you check out the doctors and see how many stars they have and whether or not people like their services? You bet you do. And so is the potential client of yours. They want to know that you did a great job with the client right before them. The other thing is when you get a referral from somebody, let the client know how much you appreciated it. Make sure you take them to dinner, buy them a nice gift, do something. Because referrals are golden. And there's nothing better than a great referral. And when you have people referring you, that's probably the best source of a steady income, steady business that you could ever possibly want. So much better than cold leads, Zillow leads, hard sales, open house people that you don't know. Referrals are like a warm handover. And as long as you do a great job and you manage it really well, their transaction, and you're just there for them night and day, you're going to get more and more referrals. And that is the key to a great business. Formalize the process. Make sure you have, that system of service that is repeatable every single time, that is consistent. Like people know when they work with you what they're going to get, how it's going to be achieved, and they're just so comfortable with the process. And then, your follow-up system with them, how you thank them, how you ask them for referrals and then thank them for the referrals. Just everything in place, detailed, organized. Think it through. How would you like someone to respond to you if you gave them a referral? I could tell you, as a leader in the industry, one of the most confusing things to me is when somebody gets a referral and they don't thank that person for giving it to them, or they don't even let them know that the person bought or sold, or that. It's so bizarre to me. They just take it and run and never get back to the person that referred it and say, hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love the people that you set me up with. They were fantastic. They got the house they wanted. You were so kind to do that. If you know anybody else, I would love to work with them too. You know what I mean? It's very strange to me how it's just just love them and leave them. Very, very strange. You should do that. You got to make sure everybody knows how much you appreciate them. Thank you gifts are so important. And what's one of the greatest thank you gifts of all time is donating to their favorite charity. For all of your clients, you should do that. You should find out what they're interested in, what they love. Do they love, are they in pet adoptions? Or what do they, children with cancer? There's so many great things. Donate for them in their name, in their honor. They will appreciate you more than ever. One of the real tricks to referrals is to have client appreciation parties or events where you bring all of your clients together and you're celebrating something. Maybe it's a holiday party, or maybe it's just a client appreciation party, and you bring them all together, you have dinner with them, and it's just a great, great feeling and a great love fest because they all had a great experience with you, and there you are, and you're kind of the center of attention in those situations. They feel good. They feel part of a community, your community, which is so key and critical. You have a real estate community. That's why they love you. That's why they work with you. So you've got to provide these events to get them all together and to make sure that they know you appreciate them, and they're going to talk about you and appreciate you as well. So have these events and have them regularly, and make it something that everybody looks forward to. Make it the kind of event that is really worth going to. So the top agents do this often, and they understand how powerful it is and how effective it is and how much their clients just love coming to them because, let's face it, you just handled the biggest transaction they'll probably do all year. Another great referral source is other agents. And the secret to getting referrals from other agents is to go where other agents are, and particularly agents not directly in your marketplace. But when you go to different markets, then all of a sudden those agents might have a client for your market and vice versa. And that's where the referrals start going back and forth. So the smart agents are going to their company events that are in different marketplaces. Like we have at Element Endeavor coming up, which is in Las Vegas. Now, agents from all over the country are going to be there. So if you're really, really smart, you go there and you network and you meet agents from all over the country. You stay in touch with them. You constantly see how they're doing, checking in. They're going to get a lead for you. You're going to get a lead for them. And we have actually found that that can result into up to increasing your business by as much as 25%. We see it all the time. You can also go to different office sales meetings. If let's say you're in Beverly Hills, you go down to San Diego sales meeting. If you're in San Diego, maybe you go to the Aspen sales meeting, or you take a trip to Texas. This is how you meet these agents that could potentially send you business. And you're going to make great relationships and friendships. So there's even more to it than just referrals. The other thing you can do is go to outside broker events like Tom Ferry seminars, or Brian Buffini seminars, or any agent coachings or trainings, or California Association of Realtors, NAR meetings. All of these things where there's a gathering of agents. Just don't hang out with your friends in your own marketplace. Get out there and meet agents from different markets, build relationships, stay in touch with them, and make sure that you guys are, talking referrals back and forth. I kid you not, a ton of business will come that way. Plus, if you hear about something that you need to refer a client to, you'll have someone to refer to. And it's vice versa for them too. So it really, really works. And so I always called real estate agents our clients too, because not only do we have our clients, but we have our real estate agents as clients. And so if you treat them like clients, like you treat your clients as clients, you're going to have a great relationship with these people. And that's how you're going to make deals. That's why they're going to accept your offers. That's why they're going to bring you offers. That's why they're going to share their pocket listings with you and back and forth, because they trust you and like you. So make sure that you work that referral base really hard too. We talked about professional networks, which is a really, really strong source of referrals. Your accountant should be giving you referrals. Your attorney should be giving you referrals. Where you do your dry cleaning should be giving you referrals. The restaurants you eat at, where you get your hair cut. All of these things are potential referral sources, and you need to make sure that you're talking about your business, engage with them, make sure they know you're super successful and you're having a lot of fun selling real estate, because everybody wants to work with successful people that are having fun. Trust me, that is the key, that do a great job, that are super professional, that know what they're doing. So make sure that everybody that you're spending money on spends a little back at you, or they give you some, leads and things like that. I mean, it's just quid pro quo. It's good business. Everybody does it. It actually makes the relationship better. If a relationship's all one way, it's never as good as when there's some quid pro quo. A lot of agents join professional networks, and there's all kinds of them, where they take a person from each sector of different industries and different businesses, and they bring them together precisely for the purpose of building these referral relationships. So there's always going to be a realtor at one of these events, so it might as well be you. And then you can intertwine with all of these, great people from other great businesses. Chamber of Commerce is a great source. Even charity, community, giving back, all those things are potential referral sources. And whenever you're in community or being a service or giving back or in these networking groups, tremendous opportunities appear. They always do. Because someone's going to come up to you and say, hey, what do you do? And, oh, really? This is what I do. And then you guys are going to chit chat and you're going to figure out ways to make money together. So that's always a really good source, these networking groups. And you might as well, as long as you're developing leads and creating business, you might as well include a referral system in your CRM. Make sure that you have a section in your CRM just specifically for referrals, so that you can track the referrals, follow up with them, and follow through with them. And also, by collecting these referral sources, whether it's agents or whatever, it's going to really help you, especially if you're thinking about it. A lot of agents will even send out emails like they'll be very, very aggressive and say, hey, I pay X amount for referrals. Whatever that amount is for you is your business. You decide what you want to do, but it's a wonderful way to let people know that you're open to doing business in the areas that you're working in and why you're doing it. Another thing people do is they'll even say hey, if you send me a client, I'm happy to make a donation to your charity. If you send me a client, I'm happy to whatever. So these kinds of things are all ways to get referrals. I don't think you should limit yourself in any which way, but think referrals, think leads, think business. It's a great source. And a lot of people will say, they tell me this all the time, that most of my business comes from referrals. And most of my business comes from my database. But funny enough, they're doing everything else looking for business instead of looking in their database or looking at their referral pipeline, which is really confusing to me, because if you know business is coming from this water hole, why are you fishing over in this water hole? It just makes no sense. And yet that's typically what agents do. End of the year, when they review where their leads are coming from and where their business is coming from, then they go, oh my gosh, it was right over here. I'm going to put more effort here and stop doing this over here. And that's the smart way to look at your business. Do what's working and stop doing what's not working. That's the key. So do me a favor. Don't think of referrals simply as a byproduct or something that happens haphazardly. No. Think of referrals as a real revenue source, something that you can systemize, something that you can strategize, something that you can build into your yearly business plan. If you do, you're going to succeed beyond your wildest dreams. You're going to add at least an extra 25 to 30% to your business. I guarantee it. And just remember, you have so many referral lead sources: past clients, friends, vendors that you do business with, network groups, charities, communities that you are involved with. Referrals are potentially everywhere. Have a system, be aware, think about them, and watch the business flow to you.